Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, man. So, George Kambosos Jr. is just looking like a real fraud right about now. Um, well, as you can see, look who he likes to hang around with. So now it's all starting to make sense now. So now when you think about basically the tweet via his girlfriend or wife or whatever she is, because at the end of the day, she getting a tan, and basically she's saying she was going Nick, you know what I'm saying? And it's no reason for that. It's no excuse to justify saying something like that. But yet, this is a guy that accused Teofimo Lopez of racism, but seems to me uh, he has some of that in him himself. And it's all starting to make sense because we let them slide with the comment. And like I said, you give people a pass with certain things, but then at the end of the day, you start to see a pattern, you start to catch stuff, and then you start to be like, okay, Now this is a guy who don't need two strikes to where it's time to start asking questions about him. Because this is something, if you see him, he needs to address. And for the Teofimo Lopez fans who were trying to defend him, saying, the N word, which it ain't cool for him because I keep trying to tell you Latinos are not black and they're not our allies. For the most part, they're culture vultures. And a lot of them, for the most part, don't even really like black people. Yeah, I said it, so what? And I mean it. Okay. But what's worse? Which it ain't no worse, but at the end of the day, Kambosos Jr. is a white man, but yet he's liking the comment of his girlfriend or wife saying that she's going, you know what, because she's getting the tan. And that's a flat out racial slur. And I don't want to hear this stuff about the ER or the A, or some people spell it, AH. At the end of the day, that's a slur. Can't get around it, can't talk around it. And for the people that ain't black or white, your opinion is not welcome. And I don't care what you think. Okay? Because at the end of the day, I'm speaking on this. You don't bother me with your comments. Oh, you guys are too sensitive and all that stuff. Because I could play that game too. Because I double dare you to say something crazy like that on my channel, because it's going to be a nasty reply. And if you think I'm joking, try me. If you not black, stay the fuck out of this. This don't concern you. Okay? If you ain't gonna call Kambosos Jr. out on his hypocrisy, then I don't need to hear from you. Okay? No way to get around that. And I'm tired of people thinking that black people ain't supposed to speak on certain things, or we always supposed to be quiet. We not gonna be quiet, and you not gonna silence us. If you don't like what I have to say on my channel pertaining to subjects like this, you more than welcome to unsubscribe or get the fuck off my channel. Or don't speak if you don't, care for this particular subject matter. But for real, he told Devin Haney he needed to sell his jewelry. And I was like, what do that got to do with anything? And I was kind of suspicious of that. And when he said that, and I was like, wait a minute, man. And I said, okay, my antennas was raised when he said that. And I was like, okay, hmm. Now, as you guys know, I didn't make a big deal out of that. But now, when you see this comment made by his girlfriend or wife, then you look at the seller's jewelry thing. Okay, it's like, okay. And he might come back and say, oh, no, well, what I meant to say is, and he's sitting up talking about somebody like Teofimo Lopez need to apologize. Well, he need to apologize. So that just goes to show you that, well, wonder what they say when we not around, when the camera's not around. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, if I see George Kambosos Jr. which I know somebody is going to send this video to him and say, watch out for this dude, because that's what they always do. But if I see George Kambosos Jr., I am going to ask him about this. And I'm going to save this. And I hope she's with him, because I'm going to say, what's up with this, what's up with this tweet? And for the fake YouTube fans with their fake outrage, now it's funny, everybody was just in an outrage about what Devin Haney said about Lomachenko, but here you guys go, ain't nowhere to be found, ain't speaking on this. Just goes to show you who fake and who the real racists are, which is you guys. And then Joe Rogan, out of all people, you taking pictures with Joe Rogan, with all the controversy surrounding Joe Rogan, comments made by him, boy, that's probably strike number 3 right there. We should consider that strike number 3. I wouldn't be nowhere near Joe Rogan. But like I said, a lot of these dudes like to play that game. They like to play that game that they offer, respect and equality and, treatment, other people the right way. But at the end of the day, they, man, for real, faker than a $6 bill. So like I said before, George Kambosos Jr., he need to address this. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this real quick. Look, I know a lot of people was mad at Mikey Garcia about his Donkey Kong reference to Adrian Broner, whether he meant it or not, or whatever the case was. But Mikey Garcia apologized right away. He didn't do people do this and people do that, and people need. Now his brother Robert, that's a different story. And as you can see, when Mikey Garcia apologized for his Donkey Kong comments, hey, as you can see, things went back to normal. Because actually, I like Mikey Garcia. You see, he gave me that interview. I was laughing, and I was trying not to disrespect him when he said he thought he won his last fight, which I think he won his last fight. But okay, but I'm just saying, it is this thing where everybody feel like they have a free pass and free leeway to just disrespect and say what they want to say about black people and think that we're not supposed to say something. And then a lot of YouTubers, black YouTubers, tolerate that type of stuff, and then they don't like to respond to stuff like that because they worried about views and losing subscribers. Well, if you got a problem with me speaking out on suspected racism, if you think I'm one of them channels that think I'm not gonna say something or point this out or have an issue with this, like I said before, get the fuck off my channel. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I don't need your subscription and I don't need your view. And I mean that. I mean it. I mean it. So yeah. If I see George Kambosos Jr., I'm going to ask him about this. I'm going to ask him about it. I swear. And this isn't about, and I'm going to say this right now, this isn't about being no shock jock. This ain't about trying to get views. I just want to know what's up with that. You like the comment. So just letting you know, if I see him, I'm going to ask him about it. So that's it. That's all. I'm saving this. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.